The Minister of Correctional Service in South Africa, he is now out to condemn the xenophobic attacks happening in South Africa. In fact, he further went to expose that 60% of the crimes committed in South Africa are not even committed by foreigners. It is mostly South Africans that are committing it. And he also went further to, give us statistics of how many foreigners that are in prison. He started with Malawi, Zimbabwe. In fact, Nigeria was even the last. The percentage of Nigerians in South African prison, they are not in fact, nothing. Even Ghanaians, no Ghanaians. But South Africans are busy claiming that foreigners are the ones causing problems for them. Foreigners are the ones, invading their country, committing crimes. Meanwhile, the foreigners that are there are not even quarter to the crimes that are happening in South Africa. Let's take a look at the video to see how the Minister of Correctional, Prison in South Africa was seen debunking the lies, the propaganda that South Africans have been talking about or saying about foreigners residing in their country just because they want to loot. They are looking for an opportunity to keep looting foreigners. Please, as you're watching, kindly share this video, like and subscribe.
All right, South Africans, let's watch this video.
That's the big fish.
That's a big fish. I mean, if you look at the foreign inmates, Zimbabwe is at the top. Ooh. There are about, if you take sentence offenders, about 4,500 Zimbabweans. And then you go to Mozambique. There are about 3,500 in our facilities. Then you go to Lesotho. They've just about 2,300. Okay. And then it's Malawi. Malawi, they have about 2,000 inmates. So if you can do that, then you can reduce it. But the aim is to get all the SADC countries at least. Okay. So many people think, for instance, that Nigeria, we have a lot of Nigerians. We don't. We have less than 300 of them. But
this is coming from the Chief Correctional Service of South Africa. Explained everything you need to know about the people who are causing the high rates of crimes in South Africa. He said everything here. He has outlined it as it is. Now, we have less than 300 Nigerians as inmates in South African prison. They have less than 300 Nigerians as inmates in South African prison, which is equivalent to this post here. 84% of South Africans are the inmates in their country. 16% are foreign nationals. 16% are foreign nationals, whereas 8% is Nigeria. Now, the Chief Correctional Facility or Center of South Africa is saying that Nigerians in prisons in South Africa are less than 300. You see, those same Nigerians, you are saying that they are drug dealers, they are this, they are drug. That is the only statement. That is the only statement you guys know how to do, is to insult people. Insult those that are in your country. Now look at the Chief Correctional Facility of South Africa. Look at it. He has told you guys that Nigerians are not the cause of your problem. Foreign nationals are not the cause of your problem. The people who are the cause of your problem are your people. You guys need to fix yourself before you try to fix your country. Fix your people.
I thought they said they do not commit crime, they are sent. All the crime committed in South Africa are being committed by African nationals. They are being committed by Nigerians. Nigerians are the ones committing crime in South Africa. There is no South Africa committing crime. Nigerians are fueled in their prison. Nigerians are selling powder. Nigerians are doing this. Black Africans are doing this. Black Africans are doing that and all of that. This is coming from the Minister of their Correctional Services. That is prison, Dr. Peter. You understand what I'm saying? He said that 84% of inmates in South Africa are South African citizens, most especially black South Africans. 16% of them are foreign nationals. Foreign nationals consist of all the countries in the world. You understand? But let's just assume that they are black Africans. That is about 53 countries. You understand? 53 countries contribute to this 16%. And it is stated here that total number of inmates in South Africa are 170,518 people. Foreign nationals are 27,880 people, 16%. South African citizens that are inmates in South Africa are 142,630 people, 30 inmates. That is 84% of them. But then again, JACINTA, who is ignorant, educated ignorant, and also educated illiterate, will come on social media, will come on, go on interview, go to podcasts, shout Nigerians are doing this, foreigners are doing that. But she would never be concerned about, if you ask them, they will say, yes, we are prisoners in our country. One of them came to my life. He said, yes, after all, we are graping in our country. We are looting in our country. We are lazy in our country. We are robbing people in our country. We are doing car hijacking in our country. They justify it. You understand what I'm saying? So one of them came to my life. I do not want to post the video anywhere. I don't want to post this because, he was on video. His face, his name on TikTok and all of that. I wouldn't want to cost him. He said he's proud to unalive people. He's proud to unalive black foreigners in South Africa. That was what he said on my live, on my TikTok live. He said their forefathers, South African forefathers, fought for them to unalive black Africans. That the only another black South African who joined my live. He based in UK. I do not also want to implicate him. He came and he said the last alternative that they have now is to unalive black Africans. That he's safe in UK, and he's also sponsoring for black South Africans to unalive black Africans. That was what he said on my live.
A few days ago, a South African lady by JACINTA made this video.
60% of you are here committing crimes. 60%.
Mentioned that 60% of the crimes committed in South Africa are linked to Nigerians. Now, I went back to do some research, computer analysis, and here is my findings. Now, let's look at South Africa's population index. I ran this analysis yesterday and generated this report. South Africa population index for 2025. Estimated 62.13 million people live in South Africa. Over 62 million. And amongst those, foreign nationals in the country are about 2.40 million. Okay? Zimbabwe is topping the chart with 864,000. Mozambique is there with 492,000. Lesotho is there with 328,000. Nigeria is there with 223,144. And somebody said that 60% of the crimes committed in South Africa is linked to Nigerians. Look at these numbers. All right. Now let's look at South Africans that are living abroad. On the other hand, United Kingdom shares a similar population density with South Africa. United Kingdom sits at around 69 to 72 million. Okay. Imagine people from the UK come out and single out South Africa as being behind 60% of the crime committed in United Kingdom. Because in the UK, we have 245,000 to 298,000 South Africans. In Australia, we have 214,000 to 222,000 South Africans. In the USA, we have 120,000 to 160,000 South Africans. In Ireland, it's just shy under 10,000. A lot of South Africans are living in Nigeria, but useless country don't have data. They will never compute data, so that when matters come like this for global relevance and explanation, we can work with data, but we always work with estimation. Shame on you Nigerians, because you can't even compute how many South Africans live in Nigeria. Now let's look at the crime density in South Africa. How is crime being conducted? I ran a statistical, qualitative and quantitative analysis yesterday to bring out a crime map and a crime data and how it's been spread. Let's go. Now this is crime in South Africa. I ran a statistical, qualitative and quantitative analysis to generate this report. Okay, now evidence-based analysis of crime, drugs, prostitution, arrest and profit. This is Q3 of 2025-2026. It is said in the crime report that the crimes committed in South Africa is no tie. There is no verified official evidence showing that foreign nationals like Nigerians or any single nationality commit most crimes in South Africa. These are SAP's public statistics report crimes by category and province and time the crimes were committed. All claim that foreigners or Nigerians commit most crime is not supported by public SAP data reviewed. Okay, these are your crimes from categories from cases. These are your crimes, from murder to sexual offense, rape, attempted murder. See, they are going up. Drug-related crime is going up. Driving under influence is going up. Attempted murder is going up. These are all the crime indices. Crime detected by police. These are all the crimes. Your statistics and your data have nowhere to show that a certain nationality, they were not grouped to say, oh, these crimes are committed by these nationals, these crimes are committed by these nationals. All right? And look at your crimes that are going up. Drugs is 17.9% increase due to lack of job. You guys have the highest unemployment rate. We also have our unemployment rate. But because South Africans have refused to educate themselves, South Africa has some of the best scholarships in Africa. I know a few friends of mine that went to South Africa to study completely for free, but you guys will not go to school. But all the time you guys come out and want to attack a certain national. It is not fair at all. All right? And look at your crime map. Look at your crime indices in Gauteng, Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal. And look at commercial crime is up by 2.0%. Arrest and police action, 9.5%. Prostitution and sex trafficking, you can imagine. So you need to deal with the problem home before you start, if you don't want nationals in your country, there is no problem. But singling out nationality simply because you feel threatened or you're heartbroken and you're committing hate crime, hate speech on your own people is diabolical. Abimazi Titi, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.
When I tell you that these march on march protesters, they actually know what they are doing. They are very lazy people. They are looking for an opportunity to take over those foreign businesses. You'll be surprised that the big companies owned by Nigerians, Ghanaians, Zimbabweans have been taken over. In fact, we've seen videos. It is not all videos that surfaced on the internet. There are some videos you're not even seeing, because you could see the likes of Fakel in Zigwe. They are driving the latest cars with their name inscribed on it. They are not working, but they are driving the latest cars. These are the monies they got from, taking over foreign businesses. That is what South Africans are known for. Going about looking for foreigners that are doing so well and taking over their businesses, giving it to their fathers, giving it to their mothers, giving it to their uncles or sisters. Whoever they love, they give those business out to. So for how long are they going to continue? They will see. What gives me joy the most is that you see this business that they are taking, they don't know the source. They don't know how to run the business. It will surely collapse. It will eventually collapse. So Jacinta came up with a statistics that 60% of the of foreigners are residing in their country are committing crime. Now look at it. Look at what is happening. All these countries that they feel they are committing crime, they didn't even make it to the top one of countries that are in prison. South Africans are littered everywhere. They are good with hijacking cars, raping people, infecting people with HIV and AIDS. That is what they are known for. Thefts, crimes. They are criminal-minded people. And that is the reason why when you check Google, South Africa is one of the countries that is the most unsafest country to visit. Even before now, a lot of people have been talking about how South Africa is unsafe to visit. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Please kindly share this video, like, and subscribe.